Hello guys, let's get it. How are we doing? I hope you're having a good day no matter what you're up to. Now recently, you guys may know I've been doing a bunch of builds that have been revolving around crit Kha'Zix, and it's great, man. If you haven't tried crit Kha'Zix already, go and watch my other videos and see just how insane it is. It has to be the most damaging build out of any build possible with Kha'Zix. It's just an absolute blast to play. Now that being said, these builds can sometimes be super risky and you usually have to be quite fed to use them. That means for today's video, I'm going to give you something super reliable that will give you elo, so long as you follow the things I do in this game. This is the Kha'Zix build that you want to be using if you just want to gain some LP, and I know there's a lot of you out there who want to do that. Ka is a pretty damn good champ at the moment. He's in a very good spot, and now is the perfect time to climb with him. So watch this video if you want elo. That's basically it, man. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. If you're new here, make sure you're subscribed. I have a lot more juicy Kha'Zix content ready to show you, and you'll learn a lot, and it'll be fun. But without further ado, let's get into this tryhard Kha'Zix game. Alright guys, let's get into it. This is a very tryhard Kha'Zix game with a very meta-ish reliable build that you guys can use to easily climb and get elo. So that's basically the whole focus for today. Right off the bat, the runes. It's just first strike with treasure hunter and eyeball collection. By far the most reliable page you could ever run in the meta at the moment. First strike, very, very reliable. Now, why am I starting red here? The reason is because I wanted to play topside. But as you can see, this guy is probably not the greatest player. He dies level 1, and that makes it a bit annoying because now I'm kind of doubting my pathing. The whole reason I started red here is because the Renekton has the easy CC that I can use to potentially get a kill. But now I'm having second thoughts because he just died level 1, so it's fine. Generally, I want a full clear and, you know, just try and get myself fed. But in this game, you know, I'm trying to look out for a lot of plays and things that I can do to get my early lead. And here we see the Jarvan here, and what I'm going to do is walk up. I'm just going to ignore my camps for a bit because I saw him walk this way, but what I didn't realize is that he had blue buff, so that means he started bot side, which means he's pathing up into his red right now, and I just didn't realize it. I thought he was out and about looking for ganks here, but yeah, I didn't realize that he had his blue already. So we're going to be just taking out blue here. I should honestly be on my wolves here. Now, this is because you want to make sure your camps come up at the same time pretty much. So we would want raptors to be down, and then next we take wolves. That way when they respawn, raptors and then wolves will come up after them. But yeah, that's just how it is. And I'm not really seeing anything on the map. Like, take a look, there's just nothing we can do here at the moment. So we're going to just go ahead and take the camps. We did spot Jarvan just briefly on the map, so we know he's around the top side, and we know that he will probably look for a gank or crab, one of the two. And yeah, we just know he's around top side here, so we need to keep that in mind. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to walk up here. The Trundle engaged pretty hard, so it looks like the Jarvan was going to go there, and we know that Trundle has no flash, so I'm going to look for a lane gank here. And this also acts as a potential counter gank in case Jarvan is here. But yeah, we're going to go in here. We're just going to jump on him because he has no flash. I think that's the stun off, but he does it a little bit late, which means he's going to just straight up go down to the Jarvan. I think he could have stunned a little bit earlier. That way I would have isolation on him completely while he was stunned, but yeah, it's whatever. And we can't really get the Jarvan there, not quite in range. Now we want to shove this wave because look at how it's pushing, right? If we leave this wave, Trundle will come back to an enormous wave for himself. So we need to shove this in to make sure that the wave resets and Renekton can get back to a reasonable lane. And while Trundle is recalling, he's going to miss a bit of CS. Alright, so after that, we're just going to recall and pick up our Dirk. We could actually go for crab here, but Renekton's taking it. I didn't really didn't really come across my mind. You could take crab there if you want, but it's not honestly a huge deal because we're just going to recall and get the Dirk anyway. So if anything, Crab is a bit of a waste of time there. I mean, it gives us XP and shit, but ideally we just want to get back onto the map ASAP. Now, I'm still looking top, right? Like, I'm looking at all the lanes and, you know, seeing what I can do. That's something you always want to be doing as well when you're playing as a jungler. Just always looking at your lanes while you're clearing and stuff and pathing. And I'm just constantly looking top to see what the state of the lane is. And yeah, unfortunately, fight's gonna happen mid lane, and there's nothing I can really do here. Kaima gets caught and feeds the cat, which is unfortunate. Now I see Jarvan walking here. This is a bit risky by him because he should know that I'm bot side here. And I'm just gonna jump on him straight away. Lulu is here. That's probably why he engaged. He's gonna try and go on the Zoe here. He gets slept. Zoe's very low. I'm gonna walk up to Jarvan here. Flash Q. That's gonna kill him. And Zoe gets out as well, which is amazing. We're going to try and continue this fight. Cat gets hit by the Zoe Q. We're going to walk up. We have no leap. Do have to be a little bit careful because we can get polymorph there. But the polymorph comes out way too late. Cat goes in. She gets ISO. We just kill her with an ISO Q. Aphelios flashes on us. We can't escape. No choice but to just fight him there. We get some ISO damage off. He goes down. And we're going to look for the Lulu next. I can't really get her, so it's up to my team. And Zoe goes and just annihilates her. Really well played by Zoe. And overall, we just kind of did what was necessary there, which is just to get our isolation damage off, and that was it. I don't know, man. Like, that's just a pretty straightforward fight. And it was a pretty weird situation for the enemy team, I think. But now, with that lead, we're going to recall. Just kidding, I'm not actually going to recall. We actually are very, very close to our mythic item off that. So, because of that, we're going to try and kite away this red buff. And try and get this last camp so that we can recall on our mythic item. Now, this is the great thing about Burst Strike and this rune page in general with Treasure Hunter. You get a lot of gold. So if you get a couple kills early game, you can just get your mythic item so early, and then you can exert a lot of pressure onto the map. It's really, really good. You can see we already have 5 stacks of Treasure Hunter and 5 stacks of Eyeball Collection. This is amazing. Which means 5 unique kills, which is kind of uncommon for the early game, but we do take it. It's really, really good, and you should not underestimate the power of these runes in the early game. But yeah, but bot lane's doing well. I should honestly be playing for those guys, but they're being shoved in quite a bit, so whatever. Now, our focus is to get level 6. We have Eclipse before we even hit level 6, so, you know, we just need to try and get that ASAP. Renekton gets shut down, which is unfortunate. I evolve Q here, and I'm gonna look for the Trundle here, in case he tries and walks up and shoves a wave. But I actually walk up a little too far here, and he actually sees me engaged with my R, so that kind of sucks. I dodge the EQ from Jarvan. He tries to ult me. It's fine. I jump on him, get the kill. But yeah, this was honestly kind of bad because if I had just waited, Trundle would have walked up to the tower, and he would have just died because I would be in position to catch him out while he's under the tower. And then I don't think Jarvan would have had enough time to react, and I would have just killed the Trundle for free. But, you know, that just goes to show, like, you need to have more patience when you're looking for picks like that. I needed to just stay back a little bit more and wait until the Trundle walked up. And that way I could have probably jumped on him and just killed him outright. But yeah, it's fine. As for Evolve Q, we want to be evolving this pretty much every game. This is because it speeds up our early clear speed. It improves our dueling 1v1, and just overall our damage output is increased. So we want to get that because damage is king when it comes to like carrying and being fast and all that stuff. So now this looks pretty good. I'm able to counter this pretty well. These guys don't have ults, so we're gonna walk up and, you know, I'm begging this Renekton to do something, but he just dies for nothing. And now I'm dead because I have nothing. And yeah, this was really frustrating because I've been trying to play for this Renekton like pretty much all game. But that play right there tells me he's completely unresponsive and doesn't know what he's doing. So basically this guy's just playing on autopilot. And that was actually a very, very free fight. Like, we would have easily been able to kill at least one there if the Renekton went in and stunned someone, and I followed up on that. But he doesn't, and, you know, that's just something you're going to come across. Like, solo queue players doing nothing. So this was honestly a mistake on my part, like trying to help this Renekton so much. Now, at this point, I'm like, okay, yep, this guy is unresponsive. He's not going to help me win this game. So we're going to completely ignore top lane now, and we're going to try and play for other lanes and ourselves. Now, this is really important because, like, you don't want to try help laners that don't offer you any value. Initially, you know, when the game started, you know, Renekton is actually a really good champ to play with. He's got good mobility and he's got a really good stun. Yes, he gets a kill there, but it doesn't matter. He's still shown to us that he's unresponsive and can't play the game. So, you know, we don't want that kind of help. We don't want that kind of volatility in our game, you know? We want to try and go for stuff that is reliable. And by reliable, I mean stuff that we can get and benefit from very easily. And one of those things is camps. So I'm pathing down top, going to bot through my camps. Turns out I'm here for a counter gank here. I'm going to try and jump on the cat here because she's isolated. She ends up flashing. She just hard greets for the Ashe for the reset. I try and flash on the cat to save her, but it's not going to be enough, which is unfortunate. We always want to try and save your team where possible, and that's what I tried to do there. That way the cat wouldn't get the kill, but it's unlucky there. At least we do get a kill there, which is good. And the enemy team has to back off, and we're going to be able to knock down this tower. Okay, well, I don't knock it down, but my team should be able to get it. And then I'm going to try and move into the dragon as well. And this dragon is free just because, like, everyone had to recall there on the enemy team, so there's nothing enemy team can do to actually contest this. Everything was burnt as well, so these guys don't really have anything to work with. So this is free, better make sure we take this. Boom. Okay, we get that. Now we are just going to go into the red real quick. While everyone is like resetting and shit. I don't know what's happening with Zoe there, but she's going crazy. We'll let Zoe do Zoe things. It's fine. There's not really... I'm not going to like take part in that because it looks like a pretty bad play to me. Turns out Jarvan was on Herald, and Zoe just gets out by the skin of her teeth, which is actually amazing. This was a great play by her. Somehow, it works out really well because it gets Jarvan off the Herald. So now we actually have the potential to go for a Herald play here. We're going straight into our second item, which is going to be Axiom Arc, and you'll see why Axiom Arc is so damn useful in this game. I get some really good use out of it this game, and it's this will show you why Axiom is like the best second item for Kha'Zix, hands down. Even more so over like Prowlers and stuff. It really is that good. It really is that good, having the ulti refund and all that stuff. The extra CDR, very good. Very good item. Alright, so we're just going to take camps real quick. Always going to make sure to stay on top of camps, and then we're going to walk up, get the crab here, and then we'll look for Herald here. Always ISO, Herald's always ISO, so this will be free. This will be really easy to take. We have prio top and mid. Just kidding, no prio top. He's busy fighting. But we're just going to ignore that, and we're going to try and get the objective. Objectives first, guys. Always objectives first. I swear every time I do Herald, my top starts fighting. It's kind of hilarious, but now, after we get the Herald, we're going to walk up here and try and get this Trundle. Now, I wanted to play this patient, but the minions are just stopping ISO, so that sucks a lot. Jarvan is actually here for some reason, which is very interesting. So we're going to chunk him down as well. He's going to ult. I'm going to ult forward onto Trundle, kill the Trundle, auto Q, and then here comes Cat. She's ISO. Look how much damage we dealt her. It's really unfortunate that we don't kill her there. But, you know, she just does too much damage. We did the best we could there, and she's going to get a double, which is unfortunate. Ashe just gets caught out here. Unfortunate. Not much you can do there. And overall, I'd say that was not great, but we made the best out of a bad situation, I suppose. Didn't really think Jarvan would be there. That was a pretty good counter gank, but, you know, yeah, overall, it's not too bad. I don't really know what this Renekton's doing. He's just like going in 1v3. Very strange. Misses everything. I don't know, man. How do you miss stuff on Renekton? No one knows. Anyway, a bit frustrated with that guy here in this game. Still wondering what the hell he's doing. Just playing on autopilot. I don't know. Probably a boosted account. And we're going to get Axiom Arc, return onto the map. And we have a cloth armor as well, which means we're going into plated steel caps. And the reason we're going that is because we want to make sure we don't get dueled by the Trundle and the Jarvan and all that stuff. The plated steel caps will keep us safe and allow us to win 1v1s with the Eclipse no matter what. Really good combination. Eclipse into steel caps, very good. Basically means you don't lose 1v1s unless you play it really bad. But yeah, now it's a bit of a kind of intermission state of the game, and when this is happening, you really just want to make sure you're taking your camps while you can, because this is the stuff that's going to get you fed and get your levels up and all that stuff. So yeah, you can see we're close to level 11, so this is what I'm trying to get here. Through camps, we're going to try and get that, and once we get level 11, I should get it off this. Wait, no, not quite. We're going to... Oh, you're right. So I'm spamming the dragon here, right? I noticed my team is like playing topside for no reason. There's nothing up topside, so we can either play for trying to get mid tower, which is a bit hard, or we play for the dragon. So I'm spam pinging the dragon, and we're gonna try and play off that. So we evolve R second for the dueling power and the gank potential. That's basically it. Trundle, we're gonna walk up here. He's just trying to get demolished off, I guess. I don't really know why he's walking up so far, but he's in our kill range here, so once he walks away from the minions, we just jump on him, and that's pretty much the end of that. Zoe comes in to help, but we didn't really need her there. It's fine though, makes our life a bit easier. And now this is really good because the dragon's coming up, and we can just recall real quick with the herald and pick up our boots and run back onto the map. There's 2 dead. Jalvin's topside. This is a free dragon, so we're gonna go ahead and take that. You can see that throughout that entire like 2 minutes, we're still trying to play for dragon and set up for it, even though it's not up. So yeah, that's just kind of like how you want to prepare. You know, just look for picks and, you know, get fed in advance before an objective comes up. That way you can easily secure it. Unfortunately, Heimer's just walking out for no reason, and he gets caught out. I look to see if I can punish this herald, this Jarvan, but it looks like I walked up a little too far there and he spotted me engaging with my Aravolve. Obviously, you want to make sure you engage with Aravolve from the Fog of War. That way you can catch them off guard. Just small mistakes I'm making this game, but it's fine. We do what we were planning to do like 3 minutes ago, which is get the dragon, and we just want to back off here now that we've got it. We ping back, but these guys want to fight. He gets stunned in isolation, so we one-shot him. We Q the cat as well, enormous damage in isolation. And notice that we don't jump out until we absolutely have to. That way we can get our damage off and still be useful in the fight. So, you know, that's just a bit of min-maxing gameplay there. If you really want to, you know, cut it close, you can do that and, you know, do your damage and then get the hell out. But in that case, even if we just jump out, that's totally fine. Like, we already got the objective. There's not even a point in fighting there. But the fact that we got 2 kills there is just a bonus. Now, we're going to find the Trundle here just splitting. He's going to get an objective bounty here. I'm just going to try and stop him somehow in the hopes that he gets off it, but no, he doesn't. But this guy's just kind of free food here. He's not really able to do anything. And you can see that even though he's not isolated, we deal immense damage anyway. You know, just because we have the Eclipse and we're playing with our passive auto attack, which is really important. That's also a good thing about Eclipse. It means you're kind of less reliant on isolation because you have that damage proc, which is not reliant on isolation, of course. And yeah, it works out really nicely. Now, our third item is always Serylda's. Always, every single game, you need either Serylda's or LDR. LDR's for different builds, but in this build, you definitely want to go for the Serylda's. It will give you more haste, and the armor pen is essential. It will let you deal damage. Alright, so enemy team is going to try and kill the Renekton. He gets caught out. And now we're going to see if we can look to do anything here. We're going to R-Evolve from the Fog. This cat's ISO auto Q, smite, kills her. Jumps straight on the Jarvan next. Heimer's got the CC to help slow him down. He gets stunned. We're going to R-Evolve forward. Chunk him down in isolation. And he's going to go down. Easy double kill there. And that's just 2 free kills after the enemy team collapsed on our top lane. Now we're going to try and play for Baron here. I assume it's respawning. Little did I know the Herald's up. We could have potentially got that. I don't know. It was a bit of a stretch. But now we have 2 dead on the enemy team. So now is the time to like go for Baron here. It's an absolutely just easy ass Baron. We have our entire team up and the jungler is dead. I have smite coming up. Like, this is the perfect chance we don't want to miss. Always going to make sure to look for Baron plays when the jungler is dead. and we're able to just take this away really comfortably. Easy peasy. We don't want to fight here because we just got Baron, so we want to reset. Don't ever, like, you can sometimes fight after you get Baron, but like generally a lot of people make the mistake of like pushing really hard after they get Baron and then just throwing and, you know, losing the Baron buff. We want to just reset with the Baron buff, get our items, and then get back onto the map so that we can continue pressuring the map. Now we have Serylda's, which is an amazing 3-item spike. We're going to use the gate over. A fight breaks out here, and we're going to look to walk over and see if we can do anything. Cat is ISO here. We clean her up, and everyone just is kind of suiciding. I don't really know what this fight is, honestly. Like, this was a bad fight for the enemy team. It seems they were a little desperate and tried to do something, but it just doesn't work out, and they die 4 for 2. We're able to just use the Baron here and try and push up here, and obviously we want to try and do that because the enemy's dead. We see the Aphelios topside, you know, trying to split push. He is going to get a tower here, but it's not a huge deal. We want to make sure we're getting something out of this situation, so we need to just shove this lane and try to get the tower here. And we just completely ignore the Aphelios. Now here, this next minute or so, I'm going to show you why Axiom Arc is like amazing. So generally what I like to do here is after the enemy thinks we've reset, we're going to hang back a little bit, and we're going to use our R evolve to walk onto the Lulu here. EQ auto attack W is going to just kill her outright. And I don't know what's happening here, but a fight is coming. I'm going to fake the R evolve here. Jarvan just EQs forward for no reason. I don't know what's going on there, but looks like my team's in trouble. But they managed to get out, which is good. Now here is something that will win you games very easily. Look out how fast my ult is coming back up. It's already 10 seconds left from coming back up, and we just use it. And that's the beauty of Axiom Arc and all this CDR we have in our build. Now, who's going to come and catch this wave? It's going to be someone, right? It's Aphelios, and look, we have our evolve up yet again. So we are sticking around, using our Axiom Arc, and just getting another pick just like that. Like, it's that easy, guys. It's so easy, man. Like, use Axiom Arc. It's so good in letting you get unexpected picks like that. It's really good. And a fight is breaking out here, but it doesn't matter. We're going to try and focus down the dragon because that's what we're here for. The objective is way more important than going for meaningless kills. We're already so damn fed anyway, so it doesn't matter if we get kills here or not. After we get the dragon, we're going to join the fight. Gonna walk up here, and we're just gonna try and get the cat here. Unfortunately, I get polymorphed, which is really scary. So I flash out. I kind of play this badly. But we are going to be able to kill the cat there. Just getting polymorph sucks. I didn't have R for that either, so yeah, very scary. Gotta be careful with polymorph. Waiting around here for the Trundle to go in. We're gonna chunk him down in isolation. And now I make a mistake here. I jump on the Lulu. Don't want to do that. Don't split targets. I'm going to use my last cast of R from the bush so that they can't see me coming. And then we're going to auto QW the Trundle in isolation. I'm going to kill him, but unfortunately the Lulu is going to shut me down. Now, something I did wrong there was I used my damage on 2 targets. So you'll notice that I used my initial combo with the first strike on Trundle, and then I switched after I ulted onto Lulu. That's a bad habit. You don't want to do that. You just want to make sure you're focusing one target. That way, you're not spreading your damage onto multiple enemies, and instead you can just like kill one enemy and then kill the other one afterwards. So yeah, that was bad. I probably would have lived if I just jumped on the Trundle there, like, and used all my damage on Trundle. But instead, because we split the damage, the Lulu's able to finish me off, and I don't kill the Trundle sooner. So yeah, just something to keep in mind. Definitely want to take that into account. Our 5th item is Edge of Night, and this is pretty much staple. This is honestly the core build that you can run every game. Edge of Night is a very good item for keeping you safe. It's going to be really good for engaging and just making sure that you stay alive once you go in. It'll block important abilities, all that stuff. And now we hit 16, an even bigger power spike, and we evolve our wings. The wings is for when you're fed, like we are now, and the wings are going to allow us to just get resets and jump all over the place, get multi-kills. That's basically it. And also the increased leap range is really good sometimes for going in. Now, we're just going to hover around in the enemy jungle. There's not really anything up at the moment. We're waiting for Baron to come up, and this looks pretty good. We could dive that, to be honest. Maybe not. But we're not going to risk it, right? We're not going to do some stupid ass play and just throw our lead completely. We want to play it nice and slow, and we want to wait for a good chance to go in before we do anything. We never want to just blindly go in and kind of be like, oh, okay, we might be able to do this. No, we want to go in and be like, okay, yeah, we can do this. That's kind of how it is. Like, don't ever throw your lead for some stupid reason. Because it's very, very punishing on Kha'Zix, especially. You want to make sure you're staying ahead at all times. Now, patience is a virtue, right? We're just going to wait, and we're going to try and look for any potential pick that arises. And just like that, look, people make mistakes. It's solo queue. This is a perfect chance to go in. So now we pick our fight. We see a Lulu in isolation. We're not going to chase her. We're going to help our team. We're going to re-engage onto the cat. We're going to try and save the Heimerdinger, but it's not going to happen. He's going to go down, but it's fine. We're able to take a 2-for-2 trade. And Trundle is still splitting. I'm going to ignore him. I want to kind of do Baron here, except look at this. My ult is back up because of Axiom Arc. So what do? We re-engage with our R. These guys don't expect it. And we're going to go back in. Going to just absolutely annihilate these two. Nothing else to say there. And we are going to easily pick them up. And I ping the Baron here. Yeah, no one's following me, but it's fine. Zoe eventually comes, and we're going to be able to take this. Why do we not take the inhibitor? Because Baron is worth infinitely more than the inhibitor. Inhibitors only really do... Well, what do, right? They give the enemy an extra minion, so they can farm off it. And the only purpose that minion serves is to walk into the base when you're pushing. That's basically it. We don't want that. We want the Baron so that we can control the entire map and end the game that way. But yeah, alright, so we recall. We're going to get a Hydra last. The Hydra will let us scale in the late game. That's how good it is. The AoE clearing is exceptional for speeding up everything you do. And the lifesteal is also really underrated for keeping you alive on the map. And obviously it stacks AD. Don't talk about this. I knew these guys were in here and I jumped in anyway. Generally, if you think someone's in a bush, guys, don't jump into the bush. It's really that simple, and that was just a massive throw for no reason. Yeah, don't jump in bushes that you know enemies are in. That was my bad. Now here, we can still be useful, right? Just because we're dead doesn't mean we stop doing things. We can still ping and tell our team what to do. Through our pings. So instead of just staying nothing and letting our team do whatever they want, we absolutely spam ping the shit out of it and tell them to back off so that they don't die. And that just goes to show, like, you can, even though you're dead, you can still be useful with your pings and just give your team information and tell them what to do, because like in solo queue they're not gonna know what to do. A lot of people just autopilot in solo queue. Now, we respawn here. This is a bad play by the enemy team. We're going to jump in on the Lulu here. This is just a cleanup. I don't know what they're doing here. This is really bad. And Kha'Zix is the greatest champ in the game at punishing mistakes. So that's exactly what we do there. We punish their mistake of going in, and then we're just going to get a triple just like that. And now with 3 dead, we're going to walk up and try and just, push into the base. I am a bit blood hungry here. You can see I'm just jumping through the jungle. This is because I saw the Aphelios here. So I'm like, okay, can we potentially get another kill here and just end the game? But we can't find him. And we still have Baron here, so we're going to walk up and try and shove into the base with it. So, Cat and Aphelios are up. They can't really do anything, so we're just going to hit the Nexus. That's how you win the game. Just hit the fucking objective, guys. We're going to go for kills now because I'm cocky. We chunked the Aphelios. We still have Cast of R to play with. He goes back in. EQ auto attack, goodbye. And that's it, guys. It's that simple. Just use this build, play safe, farm up, get fed, win game. It's that easy. People will make mistakes and you punish that. Hope you guys enjoyed. Gain some elo, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye bye.